because Section 33, Paragraph 2 of the County Government Act, it's what gives this House the powers, the jurisdiction. So we submit that there is no proper motion before the House because of that question. It was not supported by the requisite 2/3 majority as required by the law. And why? Mr. Speaker and honorable senators, allow me to invite you to look at Volume A, Volume 4A of the County Assembly documents, because this is where the explanation comes in. Volume 4A of the County Assembly documents. Now, the County Assembly said that they used a system. They used a system which they were deploying for the first time in this voting, a system. How would an MCA access this system? You will need your IPPD number, your payroll number, and your ID number to access the system to vote. I myself, yesterday, I attempted to access this system, and I was able to access the system which they had put after pulling it down, and I was able to vote using the IPPD number and the ID number of MCS. The IPPD number is available in Volume 4A of the document. Volume 4A of the document, and allow me to just show you the yes, the same document is at volume, the governor's bundle at page 259. The governor's bundle at page 259. And then from the County Assembly documents, that is page 1 of volume 4A, you will see the ID numbers of the MCS. These ID numbers were the passwords to access the system. The ID numbers were the passwords to access the system. So the ID numbers are here. They are there. Then the username is contained at page 4 of the County Assembly document. Page 4 of the County Assembly document, you will see the IPPD system, the unique payroll number of each MCA. So that's a system which was deployed. Now, this system fortunately leaves an audit trail. It leaves an audit trail. It's a system which, when you extract, it leaves an audit trail for you. So at page 13 of the County Assembly document, their own documents which they've submitted in the House, page 13, you will see the audit trail. You will see the audit trail, whatever happened to that system, which you could access using your ID number and the IPPD number as an MCA, and anyone could access. And before I go to this audit trail, the persons who could access the system is the clerk, the MCS, and the IT personnel. So the system will tell you the whole story. So from this page 13 and from page 13 to page 14, page 13, 14, 15, you will see the audit trails. And allow me to show you this. This is very significant.
Counsel for Governor, 2 minutes.
Yes, yes. This audit trail will show that there are 3 MCAs who voted twice. And remember, this is from the County Assembly's own document. 3 MCAs voted twice. Can I show you their IPPD numbers and their names? Yes. If you look at page 16 of the volume 4A, you will see that an MCA at number 12 from the bottom, you will see the credentials of an MCA, the IPPD number, the payroll number of an MCA, which is 202-002-51726. These are the credentials based on the County Assembly document, the IPPD payroll number, the credential of an MCA known as Moses Rotich. It says yes. The logs say he voted yes. Now, hold your page on that. On page 17 of the County Assembly document, look at the same IPPD number It is the same, of the same person. Same MCA, Moses Rotich. It is said he voted again, yes. So he voted twice in this system. That is page 17, the first entry on page 17. The first entry at the top there is the same entry. The same IPPD number of the MCA who is appearing on the call logs as having voted twice. That is, it appears at page 16 and page 17. Page 17, the first entry. The second MCA who voted twice is Beatrice Chepkemoi. On the 9th line, at page 16, on the 9th line, page 16, Mr. Speaker, sir. On the 9th line at page 16, you will see an MCA voting yes. And the credentials, as you can see there, the IPPD number is 202. Again, 202, 96089. This MCA is based on the County Assembly document. We can identify the name is Beatrice Chepkemoi, voted yes. At page 17, on the 4th line, Mr. Speaker, sir, on the 4th line, you will see the same credentials for Beatrice Chepkemoi, again voting yes, on page 17. Then the last one, Mr. Speaker, sir, with your permission, Mr. Speaker, sir, the last one, the last MCA who voted twice is the mover of the motion. The mover of the motion.
For Governor, conclude, please.
Yes, I'm concluding, Mr. Speaker, sir. The mover of the motion, Mr. Speaker, sir. He appears on page 16 of the volume 4A at line 6. And the credentials at line 6 is 202, again 202, 96039. These are the credentials of a gentleman known as Honorable Kiprotich Rogoni, the mover of the motion. And he voted yes. Now on page 17, line 7. Line 7, the same credentials of the same move of the motion, the MCA. You can see the number. Again, it says voting yes. So that from these login trails, we have counted 36 from these reports, which the County Assembly has submitted as the evidence. There are 36 yes votes from the audit, from the login trail, 36. But as part of the demonstration of fraud, they were able to say that only 33 voted yes. But the answer is that from their own document, which they have submitted in the Senate, 36 MCS allegedly voted for this motion. And some were voting twice. Secondly, from this system audit trail, you can see there were 47 attempts to log in at that time. The major attempt was done by a gentleman known as Peter. Of course, not myself. Peter attempted to log on this system 7 times using the ID number, using the IPPD number of the MCS. You cannot see it, Mr. Speaker. You can't see the ID number because the ID number was the password. So you cannot see it. Instead, you will see the IPPD number. So you can see a gentleman known as Peter has attempted to log in 7 times. And the login trail will indicate that there were 47 successful login attempts. And then, this is maybe the second last point as I sit down. The technical people, while this system was running, for voting, the technical people accessed this system 2 times. And allow me to just point out the last one at page 17 down there. At page 17, the second last entry on page 17, you will see log user admin. It's the same log user, then accessing the system again at the end of it. And then at page 15, because this is in the middle of voting, at page 15, line 4, you will see the admin accessing the system. So our point is that, and then if you do, Mr. Speaker, if I have time, I will tell you, I'll actually show you that there are some MCS who, or not really MCS, persons who were able to access the system because the voting duration was between 14 and 45 seconds. You log in, it shows that you have logged in, then you log out for between 14 and 45 seconds. But there are some persons who access the system for more than 2 minutes. They just logged in and then they were there throughout. We're wondering what they were doing in the system. And then lastly, there are persons, if you look at page 13, Page 13, when the voting is now about to come to an end. At entry number 7, you will see an MCA who had voted, but then accessed the system. You can see a login attempt. They have accessed the system. And then they never left the system. So the question that we are asking is really peremptory as I wind up my submissions on this inquiry. Is this system secure? Is this system based on this evidence accurate? We have an affidavit of an MCA who said that someone else voted for him. If I, as an advocate, can access the system and vote, so what about persons who have knowledge to the system, including the user developers? They say this system was developed by the IT department internally. And remember, it was being used for the first time by the county assembly on a very serious matter which has heavy constitutional implication. That is the impeachment of a governor. So we are asking, is this system accurate? Is it verifiable? So in our submissions, and we conclude this by saying, because we have laid basis of fraud, a fraudulent pattern by the persons who are in charge of this system, and because the 17, 18 MCAs are here, this Senate, being a house of record, has an ultimate responsibility to inquire on that question now as part of the preliminary inquiries and vote on it. Ask all these MCAs. Mr. Speaker, sir, if you remove
your
47.
time is up, Counsel for Governor.
Thank you.
You are
thank
repeating yourself, basically.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I will sit down.
Counsel for
Thank
the
you.
County Assembly.
Mr. Speaker, can I be heard? Mr. Speaker, can I be heard? Thank you. Mr. Speaker, my name is Elisha Ongoya. I beg to reply. For starters, in response to this notice of preliminary objection, the County Assembly has filed grounds of opposition named Volume 7. It's a small volume. If it has gone round, it has gone round just a short while ago. And an affidavit named Volume 7A, being the affidavit of Edna Chepkirui Tonui. I begin by begging, Mr. Speaker, that these documents be deemed to be validly on record. They are the documents I alluded to earlier. Having said that, I begin by saying that if you look at the written notice of preliminary objection, there are two elements of the objection that my learned colleagues for the governor have either abandoned or not alluded to specifically, alleging violation of a court order and reintroduction of the motion. Because they have not argued it.
Counsel for the County Assembly, respond to the PO, not the proposed PO.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. I'm comfortable with that. I'm comfortable with that. Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. Having said that, allow me then to start with the issue that Mr. Wanyama, learned counsel, raised here by saying he personally logged into this system and voted. That qualifies him to be a witness who needs then to demonstrate to this House how he logged into this system and how he voted, and therefore be a proper subject of cross-examination. Anything short of that, Mr. Speaker, distinguished senators, is nothing more than mere sensationalism, and I beseech you to treat it as such. The second issue, Mr. Speaker, is on the allegation of the logs that you have just been taken through. And I wish to spend just 1 minute. It's amazing how sensationalism can arise. But if you go to page number 13 of volume 4A of the County Assembly's documents, the audit logs run from page 13 all the way to page 17. And allow me to demonstrate why you cannot determine this objection on the grounds raised by my learned colleague, Mr. Wanyama, by referring to a decision of the High Court on a similar issue. This Senate impeached another governor called Governor Mike Sonko Mbuvi Gideon Kioko, and an issue of electronic voting arose in that matter. When that matter went into the High Court, there was a petition number A425 of 2020 that was considered by the High Court, and the judgment is publicly available on the National Council for Law Reporting. At paragraph 169 and 170 of that judgment, the three-judge bench of the High Court observed, and I quote, "The court is now left with two separate sets of affidavits that present contradictory positions. On the one hand, some MCS aver that their login credentials were forged. Same thing you are hearing here, and that they never participated in the voting process on 3rd December 2020, and even went to the extent of making a report at Kwale Police Station. Same argument you will hear here. On the other hand, 20 of the same 39 MCS swore affidavits for the governor. 20 of them swore fresh affidavits on 4th December 2020, stating that they willingly voted on 3rd December 2020. You will find the same scenario in this case before you. Same scenario. The Hansard, this is the High Court saying, which is the official record of the County Assembly, shows that 90 MCS voted in respect to Honorable Ogada's motion. In view of the contradictory averments by some of the MCS who are alleged to have been in Kwale, coupled with the lack of any expert evidence in support of the alleged hacking. Let me stop there by demonstrating that Mr. Wanyama is a lawyer like me. He's no expert in ICT. He will not guide you on the functionality of ICT. Coupled with lack of evidence to support the alleged hacking, we find the petitioners did not establish that the 2/3 statutory requirement for the impeachment of the governor was not met. Having said that, let me go to the logs at page 13 to page 17. These are logs in a system, in an ICT system, and yet what you have before you is a print out of those logs. It means one must copy the logs, then print them out. That's what